Another thing that I learned, and this is kind of what I'm doing right now, which is, you know, opening up, just being open. You know, like, I always want to be perfect and do things perfectly and do my best and things like that. Like, I always strive for perfection, which is not good, but I just strive to be, I want to be good, I want to do my best. Like, sometimes because I want to do my best, like, I feel ashamed of my flaws, and like, I just don't really open up about it to people. And I've learned that, you know, it's not always bad to be vulnerable. It's not even bad to be vulnerable at all. Like, opening up who you are to other people is so beneficial, because you don't know how they can help you and how you can edify them through just opening up about yourself. Because some people might think like, oh, she has a perfect life, or he has a perfect life, and then you realize, no, they don't. And that's something that I realized, like, don't be afraid to open up about your feelings, cat, and tell people that you're overwhelmed and that you're stressed, that you just aren't satisfied with yourself, and then you just need someone to tell you, girl, you're doing amazing, you need to stop talking all that boo-boo. And I've been through it too. It's great. So I'm learning that, and I'm doing that, and this is kind of a way that I'm opening up to people. I don't know who's gonna watch this, and even if no one watches this, I'm opening up to myself, or the potential to open up to other people. So 10, this is, I feel like everything in this list is something that I'm like, oh my god, this is like the core thing that I learned. But this is something that honestly, I genuinely learned this just now, which is, don't just try to make your life look fun and look like you're okay and all is good. Make your life fun, make your life joyful, make your life something that you're proud of. When I was 18, that's kind of where I was on Instagram. I was trying to be an influencer, but not really. I was doing things, you know, like to try to gain following, and a lot of that has to do with just making yourself look attractive, doing photo shoots, like looking good all the time. And then I realized, like, I'm focusing more on making my life seem perfect, making myself seem good and attractive, and, you know, making my life look like it's, oh my god, it's so much fun. But I'm not really doing anything in my life but sitting on Instagram planning my next photo shoot. So I'm like, that needs to change, and that's what I did. I got off Instagram. I have Facebook, but I got off of that, and I was like, you know what? Let me focus on actually making my life something that I'm proud of, instead of trying to make it look like what I would like it to be. Let me try to make it actually be that, you know? So I got off Instagram for a while. I don't know if I'm gonna go back. My account is activated now, but it was because I was doing a video kind of like looking back at like my old Instagram. That will not be posted, most likely, because that was trash. It was just for me. Looking back, I realized, like, yo, a lot of times I would just post just to post to waste time, to run away from my responsibilities, and to, you know, just feel better about myself. And, you know, there was no purpose behind it, no value, nothing. It was just a waste of time. I did learn from it. That's something that I'm doing now. I'm working on being a part of clubs and organizations and following my passions in real life, not just online. Eventually, like, I will go back to social media, because that is kind of the route that I want to take. I want to work in social media some way, some form, share my story, or like help young girls. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I learned that. This is a simple one. People won't always live up to your expectations, but that's okay. Learn on and move. Straightforward, to the point. 12. Oh, this is a good one. Regardless of how busy you are in life, what you've accomplished, whatever, don't forget to water your plants. And by your plants, I mean, don't forget to maintain those relationships with your close friends, your mom, your family. Those are the people who, you know, they're like the roots to who you are. They keep you grounded. So always, no matter how busy, how far they are, maintain those closest to you. If you think that now you're too busy to hang out with your friends, then what if when you actually make it, or when you do something, like, you're just gonna forget about the people that got you to where you are? No. So don't forget to water your plants, you know, maintain those relationships, hang out with your friends, tell your mom you love her, tell your friends you love them, and just, like, chill, you know, chill, have fun, enjoy those around you. 13, being okay with not knowing everything. By that, I mean with not knowing where I'm going, what I'm doing, or whatever. If you would have asked me at 18 what I wanted to do, or 17, yeah, 18, 19, whatever, I would have been like a nurse, but I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know what I want to do. Now you ask me, oh, what do you want to do? I don't know. And I'm okay with saying I don't know. You know, like back in the day, I felt so like anxious and insecure about not knowing what I wanted to do and not realize the blessing that was, because it kind of just pushes you to figure it out. And now that I've figured it out, like I'm a visual art and experimental media major, I'm minoring in women's studies, I'm doing what I love and learning about what I love and my passion, but I don't necessarily know where it's going. I'm okay with it, because if it worked out while changing my major, it's gonna work out when I graduate, you know? Like, just go with the flow. Life, 19, 20s, it's just about learning about who you are and who you want to be and what your purpose is in this life and what God's purpose is within you. It's gonna work out. And it's very easy for me to say that, but for me to do that is so difficult. And it's funny that I'm like, oh, yeah, like just be okay with it, when it took me so long to be okay with it. But just know it's gonna take time, and just always work for what you want. Like, work towards figuring out what it is that you want to do, but don't like let it scare you to the point where you're just like, oh my god, I give up, you know? 14, don't overwhelm yourself. As much as you want to do it all, you can't. I'm going to forever be learning this until I'm like 100 years old, because I'm just that person. I want to do everything. I want to be a part of everything, projects or in group, whatever. I'm naturally the leader. Like, I don't even have to say anything. I'm just naturally the leader in what I do. And as a leader, I have to realize, like, I can't do everything. We're a team for a reason. You're a part of this world, you know, to fulfill a specific purpose, not to do every single little thing, because that's somebody else's job. You can't do everything, and be okay with it, and don't overwhelm yourself. Can't. Come on. 15. There's so much more to life than just making it. Okay? Making it can sometimes be, you know, just being happy with yourself. So don't think that, oh my gosh, I just can't wait until I'm a millionaire and until I fulfill my deepest, longest goals and make it onto billboards in Times Square. And that's not everything, girl. How about making it in your personality, making it in who you want to be, making it in like succeeding in your relationships with your friends and your family, you know? Like, it's not all about the glitz and the glam and, you know, the money and the status and the job and all that. Like, yes, that's good to have, but just don't focus all your energy on that. 16 is that I learned to just have fun. And that is like, sometimes I try too hard to make things go right and not mess up, and I have to realize, like, to just go with the flow and have fun throughout it. Like, last week we had a photo shoot and it was so good. Like, I was panicking because, you know, we got last minute photographers and it was just a whole mess. But I realized that through the mess, like, you know, just have fun. Like, don't be so crazy. Don't be so, like, in control. Don't be so, like, I don't know. I'm saying all this stuff. I'm preaching to myself, okay? Because I need to learn that. Don't take things too seriously, because then it gets in the way of the whole point of it, which is to have fun. And I had a lot of fun. And I'll insert some pictures here because it was nice and it was cute, and I was feeling myself, you feel me? Number 17 that I learned was to always stay true to you. As Shameless Maya says, do you, boo, okay? So stay true to yourself. Like, regardless of the advice that you get, regardless of what everyone around you is saying, listen to you. Take time alone, pray, cry, let it all out, and just listen to yourself. Because sometimes I can let myself be taken by what everyone else is telling me I should do, instead of realizing, like, Kat, what do you want to do? Sometimes you have to ask yourself that, like, what do you really want to do? What does your heart tell you, regardless of what everyone else is doing and saying? Follow yourself, be your authentic self, and, you know, just do you, okay? Number 18, I learned to just always give back without expecting anything. Whether it's volunteering, whether it's, you know, helping somebody out when you know that they can offer nothing to you, just always give back and expect nothing in exchange. And I feel like that's a very simple thing to learn, you know, no, but sometimes you get stuck in like, oh, well, what am I gonna get out of it? Like, why would I do that for free? It's like, you know, just, you know, give back. Like, try your best to give back in whatever way you can. Now to the last one, 19. I've learned to be proud of myself. It has been very difficult to be proud of myself because I've struggled through low self-esteem, I've struggled through like low confidence in myself and just a whole bunch of things, but I'm learning to just being proud of who I am, like not being so critical about who I am. I mean, I still am, but like that's something I learned, like just be proud of yourself. Like you made it, you're 20, bro, like you made it through your teenage years. You went through so much. They're not as much as other people, but you've been through a lot, you've been through some growth, but you made it. Like you're a beautiful, mature, young, God-fearing woman, you know, and God got you regardless of what anybody else thinks. You're not perfect by any means. This has turned into like a video diary. $30 or $40, I'd be like, when did this happen? And yeah, anyways, why am I so bad at this? Yeah, take it all in as it is. I don't even know what I'm saying. Hi. Ew. And everything is falling apart. So I just want to start off by saying hello. My name is Catherine Perez. Hi. This is awkward.